Today we are going to be planting our next week's vegetables. And by the way, no, I do not leave those in the dark. There's one there. And then there's one seed. Let's see.
Hi.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Mocha Homestead. Today we are going to be planting our next week's vegetables. For this week, let's see what we have that is due to be planted. I am actually in zone 8A in South Tennessee. So this week we are going to be planting peppers, tomatoes, and snapdragons, nasturtiums, roselle, aster, and possibly zinnias and chicory. I haven't decided if I'm going to just direct sow those, but we'll figure that out throughout the day. So again, that's peppers, snapdragons, tomatoes, nasturtiums, and roselle. Alrighty, so let's get started. I'm also planting some plants for a friend of mine that is wanting to, she has a small garden, but she does not have space to start the seeds. So I am going to be planting some things for her. And it looks like this week I'm going to be planting peppers for her and some tomato, some cherry tomatoes. We're going to be doing the super sweet 100s for her. And I found this pack at the Dollar Tree. It's called Large Red Cherry. We're going to be planting that for her. The varieties that we have for my pepper plants are, let me get my list back. We are going to be doing, for the peppers, we are going to be doing banana peppers, golden California wonders, pepperoncinis. Well, no, we're not doing pepperoncinis. Big red bell peppers, jalapenos, habanadas, Jimmy Nardellos, and both the Marconi red and yellow for me. Those are my sweet peppers. And for spicy peppers, we are only doing the cayenne, the jalapeno, and the shishito pepper this year. For tomatoes, we are doing beefsteak, San Marzano, Roma, Moneymaker, and pineapple, both the regular pineapple and the ground cherry. So let's get started. So right now what I'm doing is I am taking these little labels and my garden marker, and I am just labeling everything ahead of time. If you can see that. Let's see. It won't. There we go. Oh, upside down. Let's see. There we go. I am just labeling everything ahead of time so that it makes it easier. I am also going to go off camera and fill up all of the containers with the seed starting mix that I have mixed, which is just peat moss and perlite. And then I will come back so that you can see me do the seeds. In the meantime, I wanted to let you see how my plants were from the previous week when I planted them. What I'm seeing is, let's see if you can see it. The ones that have not germinated back there are carnations. Some of the petunias are starting to come up. My straw flower also, for some reason, has not germinated. And then my lavender has not germinated, as well as my feverfew, and I think I'm going to have to replant that one. But all in all, they are looking really nice. So I'm excited about these. They are looking really good. And by the way, no, I do not leave those in the dark. There are grow lights and they are on a timer, so they just turned off right before I started this video. And here is our surprise guest. Come on over. She wanted to say hi to you guys, so I'm letting her.
Wait. Hi.
what I was going to do was put some soil in these cups so that the tomato plants for my friend will actually be in separate containers. And I was going to put flowers as well in these containers. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to give her this packet of seeds so that she can plant her own seeds without me having to grow them, and then her having to figure out where to place them and all of those things. She can just plant the seeds to make it easier. But I will grow her tomatoes in here, in these cups. So let me put some soil in these. All right, so let's get to starting these seeds. Okay, so I'm going to put some bell pepper seeds in here, the super sweet one onion cherry tomato, and the large cherry tomato in here. And this is what the Granbell mix looks like. I got this one actually from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to put 2 seeds in each one just in case. And what I'm actually going to do is just put the seeds on top and then cover them up. And with the bell pepper, once it comes up, I will actually separate this one and put it into 2 cups. For the cherry tomatoes, because she is limited in space, I am actually growing a ton of tomatoes, so I will be bringing her tomatoes, but I am only going to give her 2 of the cherry tomato plants so that her space is not so crowded. So let's find those seeds. Okay, what did we do with the cherry tomatoes? Okay, let me find, here they are. So again, we're doing the large red cherries from the Dollar Tree and these super sweet 100s. And the reason why I'm just putting the seeds down, and then I'm actually going to do 3 seeds just to be on the safe side, because these are an older set of seeds. 4 came out, so we'll go with that. And I may keep some for myself. But if you can see, these seeds are very tiny. So I'm going to put these in there, and then we will separate it later. I'm going to put a little bit of soil to cover those. So for this set, I am actually doing flowers. So I am going to be doing Calendula Orange King here. Okay, so we have 8. So we're going to do 4 of the Calendula Orange King and 4 of the French Dwarf Mixed Marigolds. And the way that I'm identifying this is I am just putting, if you can tell, I'm putting 1 at the beginning and the end of where the plants start, and then 1 at the beginning and end over here. Let me turn you guys around and show you. If you can see, I put them at the beginning of the row and the ending row on both of those so that I can identify it. And this is what the seeds look like in the cup. You can barely tell they're there. Let's see. There's 1 there. And then there's 1 seed. Let's see. There's 1 seed there. You can barely tell they're there. 1 here. And the other one is here. And the same thing with this one. You can barely tell, but I can see 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. And 1 here. All right, let's get these seeds planted. We're going to start with the Orange King Calendula. I'm going to do 2 in each one because I want a lot of calendula.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the...
So here is what a calendula seed looks like. It creeped me out the first time I saw these.
Wow. Is it broken?
Is it what?
Is it broken?
No. Let's get these planted. If you didn't know, this is what marigold seeds look like. So I am going to go ahead and plant these. Okay, so with this tray, these are actually my peppers. And if you can see, let me move these out of the way. These are bigger containers than what I had for the flowers. I'm not sure. These are actually 1 pint containers. And I have them in here. I actually got these containers last year from a set of flowers that I bought when they were on clearance. So it is in a tray that I can actually lift up out of the tray that I put the bottom watering in. So if you're ever at your big box store and you want to just get a whole tray of plants, try to see if you can get the tray that it's in. That will help you a lot if you have a 10-20 tray that you can stick it inside of, because it keeps these from moving around. It holds them in. It has little areas for each one. And it's very helpful. So I love this. I am missing 2 because I gave 2 plants away last year, but I love this, and I got the pots to reuse for free. So I'm going to go ahead and put these peppers and tomato seeds in here, and I will be right back. All right, so I have planted the peppers and the tomatoes. So I am going to go ahead and water them in. I'm going to show you how I water them in with my water bottle. And then tomorrow I will start bottom watering. So let's look at how I bottom water, how I water them with my water bottle. So what I do is I have a water bottle that does misting. I think I bought this on Amazon actually. And it's dual purpose. I use it to mist my flowers. I also use it to mist my daughter's hair when I'm doing her hair, because it works so well. So basically I just take it and mist the plants. And I wet the top maybe an inch or so and let that soak in overnight. And then I come back the next day and add a little bit of water to the bottom. Because this soil is already moistened with boiling water to kill any eggs that may have been in this soil. Again, it was peat moss and perlite, but I did have some of my old soil from last season mixed in here. So that is actually giving a little bit of nutrient base to this seed starting mix. And what I do with my tomatoes, I don't fill the soil all the way up in these containers. Let me see if I can get one and show you. So if you can tell, I don't fill it all the way up because if you don't know, with tomatoes, as they grow up and get taller, the stem actually has little hairs on it that turn into roots if it's ever covered by dirt. And I like to add more soil as my tomatoes grow so that they have a really strong root system when it's time to plant them outside. And they do grow deep. So I like for them to have a pretty established root system before it's time to plant them outside. So that is it, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to tell anyone you think might like this video to come over and check us out. And until next time, bye.